All right, welcome to today's shop walk at Iconic Motorbikes. We have a pretty good one for you. You're gonna like some of these bikes. So first and foremost, Daniel is putting a clutch in an HP3. This HP3, you've probably seen it before on one of our prior shop walks, but we didn't know the clutch was wrong or bad until a test ride, right? Started slipping a little bit. Yeah. So he's already got the plates out. It's a Honda, what is it, CB 1100 power plant, right?
Yeah, 1100F.
1100F power plant. This one's going down to Mexico. Anyway, so Daniel's working on that one. Moving on over here, we featured this one before too, but this is another one. So we had two 0 mile bikes. One sold a while back. This one just sold, and he wants it all recommissioned. If you don't know the LE edition of the Tornado Tre, it's a 3-cylinder 900, but the LE has full carbon body. Pretty much all carbon.
All carbon. Almost.
Yeah, all carbon. Got a bunch of magnesium all throughout. It's got a dry clutch. I'll show you that in a second. But look at all the cool magnesium pieces there, Brian. So it's got magnesium oil pan. It's got the covers here, all carbon fiber, Olean suspension.
Marchesini wheel.
What's that?
The Marchesini wheel.
Marchesini wheels, right? And forged wheels, no less. And the cool identifying factor of this bike is the fans under the tail. And so again, I talked about this before. The reason for these are Benelli had this kind of ingenious idea of putting radiators here as opposed to front, which would help narrow the bike down. And the fans are to help cool the hot air through. I don't know if it worked all that well because no one else adapted it. So usually when you see some sort of innovation like that, someone starts it off and someone else will mimic them. In this case, no one did, so I don't think it was that cool. But I'll tell you this, I rode one of these, how long ago, Daniel? Probably, or Angel? A couple months ago?
Yeah, a couple of months ago.
Rode one on up to the rock store and back. Honestly, it was one of the only bikes I hopped on and I was automatically acclimated to it. It handled perfect, the brakes were perfect, the motor has a really neat kind of sound to it. But check this out, Brian. So this is the dry clutch I was referring to. Only the LE has this beautiful work. All magnesium, got Benelli markings all over it. It's a beautiful bike. Moving on. This is not the feature bike today. The feature bike today actually is Josh is working on it. It is an R90S, a classic BMW. I am not the expert on this, but my partner Avi is. So, Avi, what's
Hey, what's up?
what's so great about this one?
What's so great about the R90S? If you're an old nerdy BMW fan like me, this is the bike that changed public perception about what BMWs were about. Because back in the day, everyone just thought they were like old, stodgy tours for old, stodgy people. And so BMW had a guy on staff named Hans Muth. He's also famous for designing the R65 LS and the Katana, the crazy style of those. And they told him, make a bike that will be a good sport bike and make people think we can go fast. So this is a 74 model. It's got, you can tell from the switches, which are very different than the normal turn signal switches that you get in the US. These are the electric chrome turn signals instead of body color.
So to operate the turn signals, you just use?
Yeah, you rotate.
Ah, okay, how great is that?
Yeah. So those are some of the changes for a 74 first year production. They did it for 3 years. They came in smoke silver. I don't know where the tank is for this bike. Oh, it's down there. But so smoke silver is this, black with the kind of silver there, and then another orange creamsicle one called Daytona Orange. And that kind of alludes to why else this bike is cool. It was the first winner of, or the inaugural winner of the AMA Superbike Championship, 1976. Red Creamore won the AMA Superbike Championship on one of these.
At Daytona.
Well, he won Daytona, but he won the whole series at 1976 year.
Well, the best news about all this is, this one's gonna go on the auction site pretty soon, as soon as Josh gets done with it. Real quick to see what we're doing. Josh, we have a couple of leaks on the right side head, right? Yeah. And we're just changing the gaskets out. The piston sitting there. First time you worked on one of these?
Yep, first time one of these ones.
Yeah, pretty simple.
Yeah, actually really straightforward.
He fakes the accent, by the way. He's actually from Long Beach. So moving on. You've already seen these bikes. I keep talking about this. And this, we have a little bit of good news. We've got the exhaust bracket put on. So there we go. We have the ZX7R going back together. We have the bracket on.
The cam timing is incorrect.
The cam timing is incorrect. So we've had some running problems with it. We kept thinking it was a carb issue. Went through that a few different times. That was not it. And hopefully this is the
Right now it's on TDC number 1, and you can see it by or actually it's TDC number 4, but you can see that these are retarded.
Okay, show us that real quick, Brian, so you can come see that. Tell us that whole story again.
These should be even.
Okay.
The same amount apart. Right now you can see that they're both retarded. The reason they're both retarded is because the whole cam timing is off.
There you have it. So that's why we couldn't get it to run right. We've gone through a bunch of issues with it. And you fix it?
Yeah.
There you have it. See the professor's back at it again. He's going to have this bike done in about 7, 10, 15 minutes.
7, 10, 15. You add those together.
Thank you, Brian. Thanks for joining us today, guys.